How's it going, guys? So, as you can see, we are getting... Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That must have been pretty darn loud for ya. So, we are doing the ice temple area. So, I think we got one more bundle of wood left. So, I want to try to get that special chest. I do have full health, so if I don't screw up, we should be okay. That's what I'm aiming for. We're missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did they add another thing for the DLC that I don't know about? I was gonna say that's gonna be interesting to find out, because there's like another open spot. Inventory, adventure log. Okay, I can't check that out. So, nope, not the fire arrows. Nope, not that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the fire arrow for the regular. Oh, I'll go pick that up here in a sec. Oh, no! Don't use that. Oh, keep hopping around. Hopping around at the speed of sound. Yeah, because it seems like he can't lock onto me once I hop. And I have just enough time to actually hit him again. So, we're going to take... Ooh, okay, we got our arrow back now. And the ancient screw. So, let's destroy that. And there's a chest up there we're going to nab. So, guys, we're going to nab this. Haha! Pokemon joke. So we got a traveler's spear. Inventory is full, however. So what we're gonna do is we got a bunch of the wooden spears. I think they're called Bokobo spears. So we got the traveler's spear, which is so much better. Yep, not Bokobo. That's like Chocobo. Boko spear. So we're gonna make our way up this. There should be no more whatchamacallums to face. So I think we're pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut through this, and I will see you guys once we get out of this temple. Hey guys, so we are now officially out of this temple. With this, you have acquired all the spirit orbs. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you something, or tell you everything. But first, imagine an X on your map with 4 shrines at the endpoint, or as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross? There. It will be waiting. I will be waiting. Okay. I accidentally left my whatchamacallit on. Okay, so we're gonna... Here. I'm gonna be taking some damage here. But that's fine. Because I kind of want this, and I could fast travel quick to the Shrine of Resurrection. So... we're gonna grab this. Opal. Good for cash. And, they're all there again. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is, I'm gonna go to the map. We're gonna travel to the Shrine of Resurrection. I was actually thinking about attacking them and grabbing that meat, but I just don't think it's worth all the hearts. Because I want to get as less deaths as possible, is what I'm aiming for. Oh, because that Lino was there. You know what, guys? We might actually have to deal with that Lino. it's got a special attack and it's got special weapons. I kind of want to take it. I want to take it on. It's going to be hard because one attack is going to kill me, and I'm going to have to scope out what he does. Which I could go online and check it out, but that I consider that cheating. Oh, what's going on out here? Okay, nothing too extreme. So I do have my axe. So guys, I'm going to see you closer to the area. I'm going to cut down these trees for future use. Hey guys, so I ended up, there might be a little bit of an issue with my webcam. My camera ran out of space, and as you guys know, my webcam is actually my DSLR camera. Canon Rebel T3i, for any of you guys that are curious on what camera I use for my awesome recording. So, yes, anyways, I ended up getting over to this point after cutting a few trees down. My woodcutter's axe had broke. I used my traveling claymore. That was pretty much almost broken. I used it up quick. And I'm going to get a weapon because I know the bokoblins are kind of around this area. So, I'm going to need something. I want to avoid them if I can. That is what I'm aiming for. So, yes. There may be an extra death on the counter, guys, because I did end up dying. I had a tree collapse on me when my memory card was down. So, yes. There should be another death to the counter. So, future me hopefully remembers. If not, meh. I can put it in the next one. So, alright, so I gotta be careful here, because I don't want to alert the other ones. Oh geez, okay, so I do have more Bokobo, not the sledgehammer, spears. So pretty much I'm just whittling this guy down. I'm gonna throw this at him, it's almost gone. Headshot! Oh my god, that barely did anything to him. Here, I'm gonna take his weapon. He's dead. He is not making it back. I'm gonna smash all the pots here, because there might be something in. Oh, it gave me an option to pick something up. Oh, it was probably the pot. Meh. So, we now have another bow. So, I want to get rid of one of these wooden bows, Boko bows, doesn't matter. But I do want to keep getting my equipment upgraded. That is the main goal, to get my equipment better and try to hunt down some better equipment, because it's only so far I can go with them having regenerating health. Here, we're going to pray to this statue, and the goddess statues do, every time you get four shrines, you actually can get a heart container or a stamina vessel. Which we're going all stamina just because 3 heart run. The more stamina we have, the better off we're going to be, just due to the fact that we can actually run and we can avoid certain enemies, and we can face other enemies a tad bit easier. That is the main goal, guys. So we're going to have the old man come talk to us here. Oh boy. So the blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. So once we go up there to activate the cutscene, I'm going to turn off my microphone, so that way you guys aren't going to be hearing my noises. But after that, we're going to end off the episode, guys. So, I want to search. So, I want to get a lot of parts, just because I can then, well, what do you call it? I can get those special arrows, which are very effective on some of these enemies, which that's going to help when it comes to like the more powerful Lionels. And I know the Lionels are going to end up being a problem. I am calling it right here, guys. Some of these enemies are definitely going to be pain in the butts. But as long as we're doing good, we start hitting more of the shrines, I feel like we should be okay. So that is the main goal here. I was gonna say, I feel like there might have been like a special thing there, but yeah, it doesn't look like it. Well, he's up there. There's a chest up here as well. Okay, guys, mic's going off.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived, to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here's the paraglider, just as promised. Alright, so we now have the paraglider. The isolated plateau is complete. And guys, you know what this means. We're going to end it off. So we're able to fly around at the speed of sound. So, pretty much what we're going to do, Link, you must save Hyrule. So before we end off the episode, guys, we are going to grab said here chest. Another soldier's bow, which, as you guys know, like I was stating before, we need better weapons. So, oof, Link, that actually looks pretty hard. You just kicked something pretty darn hard. So, guys, we're gonna save. We're gonna save here. We are done. So, next episode, I'm deciding if I want to take on the Lionel, or if I'm gonna just keep going on with the mission. I do want to try to take on the Lionel at some point. So I may have to do some grinding against some of the other enemies to get some different weapons, because that Lionel Richie is going to be hard. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This series has definitely turned out to be fun. I gotta use my brain. That makes it a lot more fun. So anyways, guys, if you liked the episode, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you are new to the family, make sure to subscribe. You can join the family. Just go down there, click the subscribe button. Not too hard. And if you don't want to, that's alright. Just stay tuned for more episodes then. So guys, hopefully you had a good day. I will see you guys tomorrow with some Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Have a good one.